Hey, good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Wednesday Night Live, right here on Mike Avery Outdoors. So glad to have you along with us. Hello, Craig. I love that. Lori, how are you? Randy. Gina. Hello, Gina. Hey, Gina. I was up at Jay's Sunday. Got myself a turkey trooper. Got myself some ammo at Jay's. You know I love Jay's. Wonderful. Dan, Ed, good evening. How are you, my friends? Nice to have you along with us. All right. I love that music, but it's time to get rid of it. You have to admit, it's kind of a cool touch, though, right? I think so. Hump day. Mike, what day is it? I'm live from the Bay. No, you're live on the Bay, Josh. David, good evening. How are you? Nice to have you with us. Happy hump day. Mike, what day is it? Mike, what day is it? It's hump day. Evening, Brian. How are you? Nice to have you along with us on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. Any updates on the boat? Yeah, I'll have it. It's just going to be a while yet. I suspect I'll have it sometime early in May. That's all right. That's all right. Yes, it is. It's hump day. Do I need a little more headroom? No, I think I'm okay here. Hey, Jason, how are you? Jason gave me a little tip on some things today, too. And I'm kind of getting ready here. See what that says? 350 Legend. There's a story there. Hey, Louie, how are you? Haven't talked to you for a while. Bernie, nice to have you along with us as always. Anyway, tonight we're going to give away another Michigan brand ham, our last one as part of our getting ready for Easter. By the way, happy Holy Week, blessed Holy Week to you and your family. Davina, always a pleasure. You first joined us a couple of weeks ago, and you've been very, very loyal since then. I appreciate it. Matt, good evening. How are you? Appreciate you being along with us. We've got a good group of people here tonight as we do almost every time. Let's see, what was this? But I want to see this one. Show me this one. No, right there. They're waiting for the worm live well on the boat. Shout out to my hubby Paul at Michigan, USA. Love you. Evening, Jess. Jeff, nice to have you along with us. Chris checking in from Kansas. See, I never did. Yeah, okay. No big deal. No big deal. Kurt, nice to have you along with us. Hello, Robert. Appreciate that. Bill. Brian, how are you? Anyway, my name is Mike Avery. This is Wednesday Night Live. It's something I do every Wednesday night on my Mike Avery Outdoors. Jeff, what are you doing down in Memphis? Are you walking on Beale Street? Think about that one for a minute. David, nice to have you with us as well. Anyway, we're live as always on, hey, Elliot, how are you? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. I love that name, Bear. I wish my folks would have named me Bear. Bear Avery. Evening, Willie. How are you? Fishing was awesome this week. Don't rub it in. Worm live well. Can't wait for Craig and I to use it. Hey, listen, Bolanowski. You're getting away with a little something of just allowing you to bring crawlers in a container on the boat. Don't get carried away. Can have it changed. Have what changed? Johnny, Mike, what day is it? It's hump day. Hey, Plowman, same thing with you, dude. You guys are on thin ice because you were so generous in your support of our Trinity. I can have it changed, John. Yes, you're right. Of our Trinity Monitor Wild Game Dinner. I gave you some slack. I said you were allowed to bring crawlers on the Angler Quest for the river cruise. You agreed not to demand to fish with them, and you agreed not to take them out of the box. And I'm standing by that. If you can't live with that, I'll refund your money to Trinity. Well, I can't because it's Trinity's money. Any word on perch? Yes, Bear. Talked to a guy yesterday. I talked to a guy today who was fishing the cuts yesterday. He said they got some fish and some nice fish. Yes. Fred, can't wait till next week. Our Angler Quest goes back to Linwood. Winter was too long. Fred, which one do you have? Which model? Hey, Julie, how are you? I'm waiting for my 826 Pro Troll, the 2022 model with 300 Merc on it. Leave the eyes alone. Well, Mark says that because he lives in St. Joe, I think, Mark, right? You know what? If I lived in St. Joe, I'd be coho fishing and not walleye too. I get it. One day closer to turkey season. Okay. When I was at Jay's Sunday, I bought this. This is one of the most simple, basic, but effective turkey hunting tools you will ever use. It's a Turkey Trooper turkey call from A-Way Outdoors. Greg Abbas invented this thing years ago, and it is a push-button call. You can't screw this up. All you have to do is push the button. Very little movement. You can adjust the volume. This is a rain cover that goes over the top to keep it dry. The reason I bought this is my existing one's about 20 years old and I was wearing it out. So I saw it at Jay's and I bought it. Turkey Trooper. Brian says he's got the same call. He's had one for many years. Many times have fallen to it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Greg Abbas told me this years ago, and Greg's one of the best turkey hunters I know. He said, Mike, as experienced as Greg Abbas is, this is still his main go-to call. Jeff's got the same one. Basic, little, inexpensive call. You can't go wrong. The pups perked up when they heard the turkey call, huh? Good point, Brian. Brian puts his right on his shotgun barrel. Think about this. Mount it to your shotgun barrel so when you reach out, right? So when you reach out there, whoops, wrong side. So when you reach out, this is all you got to do. Can't beat that. Where did we go? Lent service. Here we go. Yes, Wednesday night Lent services are over. Best call ever, Jerry says. Turkey Tech. Greg used to have Turkey Tech University day-long class. That man knows turkeys. He does. He does. And this is the call that he recommends most of all. Okay, Fred's got a 24-foot with 150 Merc, a 15 horse kicker. She's 4 years old. Where do I slip mine? I keep mine at the mouth of the Saginaw River at Sunset Shores Yacht Club. Dave says his dog was listening to the call. Lori's having walleye cheeks for dinner tonight. Can't go wrong with an Angler Quest. I recorded a new Angler Quest podcast today with Dan Jordan of Team Angler Quest. By the way, I was munching on these. I picked these up at Jay's too. What are these? What are these? You know what they are. Mike Avery Hunter Sticks from Michigan Brand Meats. We're going to give away a Michigan Brand ham tonight. Exactly. No movement with a mouth call. Well, okay. Jason, I'll give you that. Jason says there is no movement with a mouth call. However, I would argue that a mouth call, aka a diaphragm call, is harder to learn to use than this. Right? Speaking of Jays, as long as we're plugging Jays tonight, which I always do. Yeah, when Nick gets on here later, he might be on here in just a few minutes. We will do a Michigan brand giveaway, our last one for Easter. All right, so I told you no movement because he swallowed his. Hence, I use the other call. Another downside of a diaphragm call. All right, I told you about these. Why would I be out collecting ammo? Why would I be out collecting 350 Legend ammo? I picked up a few boxes so far. I got the Winchester 145 grain target, the Hornady 170 grain, which comes very, Nick's here. All right. The 170 grain, which comes highly recommended from Paul Phillips of Michigan brand, Michigan. Paul Phillips, one of the best extreme long range shooters in the world. The Federal 180 grain, which comes very highly recommended by John Cedar of Brenton USA Hunting Rifles. And the Winchester 180 grain, because I was able to buy 5 boxes of it. Why did I buy these? Lori says she likes the Hornady. Why would I buy these? Why would I go out and buy a few boxes of 350 Legend ammo? Mike says he shoots the Winchester 180s out of his 350. To see what shoots best out of my gun. What gun is that, Dan? I don't have a 350 Legend. Not yet, I don't. 350 in an AR frame. Amen. Yeah, but I don't have that new gun yet. But I got word that it's coming. I got word that it's done. They put it together. Test and tune. Amen, Gina. I just got word a couple of days ago from John Cedar at Brenton USA Hunting Rifles that my gun is done. But they're not going to let me get my hands on it until we do a Wednesday night live to show it off, which I think is fair. You use Winchester in mine, don't go 20. I don't know what don't go 20 means. Exactly, Ed. Nick Grillo, between work and fishing, are you getting any sleep? You're everywhere. Optics. I don't know what I'm going to put on it yet. I have several scopes over in my storage room here. I'll pick one of them and put it on. We are probably going to put a GSL suppressor on the end of that gun. So I'm excited tonight. Between my Turkey Trooper, between my Mike Avery Hunter Sticks from Michigan Brand Meats, and my impending 350 Legend from Brenton USA Hunting Rifles, the thought that my Angler Quest is going to be built pretty soon, and the fact that turkey season starts next Saturday, it's a pretty darn good night. Exactly, Johnny. And I'm alive, too. What kind of yardage does the 350 have? I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out. I'm not hoarding. Where'd we go? I'm not hoarding, Cameron. If I was hoarding, I'd have a few more than 9 boxes. But every time I go by an ammo shop, I pick up a few more. And here's a word of advice. And Gina Cannell of J Sporting Goods, who is on with us right now. What is a suppressor? You might know it, Larry, as a silencer. But it doesn't completely silence it. It just knocks down the noise. Gina Cannell of J Sporting Goods, who is probably still on here and who was a few minutes ago, I'm sure would agree with me on this one. With the way things are in the world, and I'm not talking about politics, and I'm not talking threats about war, and I'm not talking rumors about, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking supply chain issues, shortage of product. Right now, it's more than 200 yards on that Brenton, I'll tell you that. If you need some kind of hunting or fishing gear, or you want some kind of hunting or fishing gear, with hunting and fishing gear, a need and a want is the same thing, right? If you find it now and you think you're going to want it sometime this year, get it. because supplies at some shops, like when I was up there at Jay's Saturday and Sunday, they've got product right now. And they have ordered product for the rest of the year, but there's no guarantee what it's going to look like. So if you need some 350 Legend, if you need turkey calls, which you're going to get those now anyway, if you need anything and you find it, buy it now. John says that's why he bought the yak right now, because you don't know what the supply is going to be like later on. Gina says no procrastination. Gina would know. Gina is the manager of the gun department at Jay's in Clare, and she has been for many, many years. Since she was about 10 years old, she's been working there. Bear, that's not right. Bear says he has he's looking at the 350 and the 450 for bear hunting. Bear LeClaire says he wants a new gun for bear hunting. Jeff says try finding 375 H&H. Mike, did Jays have a lot of ammo on the shelf? They had a good selection. You are limited to 2 boxes at a time, however. But I don't think, and Gina, don't kick me for saying this, I think it's 2 boxes a day. But honestly, if you went out to your truck and came back in, I bet you could buy 2 more. Sorry, Gina. Where was Uncle Johnny? I just saw him on here. There's Uncle Johnny. Uncle Johnny, how are you? Just please don't hoard. Well, yeah, don't hoard. I mean, save some for other people. But by going, if you're going to need ammo and you buy a box or 2 every once in a while, that's not hoarding. What call do you like the best, Stacey? I like A-Way hunting calls from A-Way Outdoors, because I like Greg Abbas. It's a Michigan-based family-owned company, and it's hard to beat this one. This is a turkey trooper. The most simple call in the world. But I primarily use a slate call. I will tell you that. Rylan and Peyton are with Papa. Hey, kiddos. How are you? I bet they like this, don't they, Uncle Johnny? I'm not even going there, Johnny. Chris says he's used that call for many years. Benson's looking for the bird. Where is it? Where is it? You like a box call? Stacy, the box call is wonderful. The problem I have with a box call is I have it. It's hard for me to be subtle with a box call when the birds get in close in your lap. Hey, Carter, how are you, buddy? Carter Maslowski, my grandson, who is on here right now. I told you the story about Carter using my single shot 20 gauge that I got when I was a kid for Christmas. We have since switched him over to a 20 gauge Remington semi-auto that was my grandpa's gun, because we patterned it and it's got a more open choke on it. So he is shooting trap on his high school trap team with his let's see, I'm his grandpa. My dad would be his great-grandpa. His great-great-grandpa's gun. And Carter, I'm going to pick you up tomorrow. We're going to take you out there, man. The pressure's on. I'm driving Bruno crazy. In 1 minute, we're going to start the Michigan brand giveaway. 1 minute. This is the last one now until fall. So the pressure's on me to make it a really, really good buzzer. Let me get hydrated here. Brian says, good luck, Carter. I say good luck, Carter, too. Shoot straight, Carter. He's a pretty good shot. Even with that single shot with a full choke, he's a pretty good shot. What model of Remington? I think it's an 85. It's old. I mean, it's my grandpa's gun. His great-great-grandpa's gun. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This is the last Easter ham that we're going to give away. And by we, I mean Michigan brand meats, the Grillo family. It's a 58. Sorry. Thank you, Carter. It's a Model 58, not a Model 85. See, Carter's keeping me honest. That's pretty cool. Son has his grandpa side-by-side 20 gauge. Beautiful. That's wonderful. There's the thought of passing on something to your kids, like, guns, knives, like this Michigan brand. To be able to do something like that, I mean, okay. MichiganBrand.net is the website. MichiganBrand.net. That's the website for Michigan Brand Meats. There is a store locator on there. Click on the store locator button, put in your zip code, and it'll tell you where you can buy Michigan brand products in your neck of the woods. They have more than 400. I know you do, Carter. You got it for Christmas, didn't you? They have more than 400 retail stores across the state, including Jack's, meat markets, Forward convenience stores, and now family fare locations. Go to MichiganBrand.net, MichiganBrand.net, click on the store locator button and find a retailer near you. But if you want to win a Michigan brand ham, maybe in time for Easter, make your comments starting right now. You have 2 minutes. Make your comments clever, make them witty. But please don't say something like, I'll give it to a needy family, because obviously that is a wonderful thing to do, but it makes Nick's job very hard. Also, if you have won anything on Wednesday Night Live in the past year, please don't enter, because we want to save them for others. Marilyn, I sure would hope to get a ham. Michigan brand would be the best. Nick, did Family Fare bring in spiral hams? Would love the ham for our family dinner. Never had a Michigan brand ham. Dave, that is a sin, a crime, and just an assault on nature. Stacy's running out of ham. Yeah, but you can't enter, Stacy. Jim said it'd be great to have a ham after passing his captain's class again. Congrats on that. Johnny says, we love Michigan brand hams with all our Michigan-made products. Happy Easter to all Mike's listeners. Amen. Winner, winner. I'd love to try a Michigan ham dinner. MichiganBrand.net. That's MichiganBrand.net. Send the ham over to us, Sam. Michigan brand ham on the table for Easter would be a blessing. We will have a Michigan brand ham. In fact, 2 of them on the Avery table for Easter here at our house. Brent's picking up one tomorrow for Easter. Nick, by the way, Nick, I need to get together with you tomorrow and pick them up. Believe me, Stacy, you weren't even in on it. You weren't even in on it. 1 minute on the Michigan brand ham giveaway from MichiganBrand.net, MichiganBrand.net. Kirk says, we love Michigan brand ham and the tomb is empty. Amen to that. Jen just picked hers up. Randy loves ham and eggs. David, because he's a good guy, and it's a long way to get up to where he lives. 45 seconds on the Michigan brand. 45 seconds. Yeah, I know it. I was just thinking the same thing. He lives so far east, he might as well be in Wisconsin. How's the buzzer? I don't know. I have high hopes for tonight's buzzer. 30 seconds. Actually, for some reason, I'm belching. Maybe it's my Michigan brand snacks here. I might burp right in the middle of it. Tim is rubbing his lucky penny. And since this is live, if I do burp right in the middle of it, I can't change it. Send a ham over to this big, huge fam. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hey, Joe. 3, 2, 1. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It's got to be the COVID. Can't be cigars. I hope the ham lasts longer than the buzzer. It will. It will. James says he's hungry. Who's Nick Grillo got for us? John Callison's going to say I went about 23 seconds, which is terrible, terrible, terrible. Lots of prep work for the buzzer, and it didn't even pay off, did it, Joe? I know. I'm disappointing myself, my friends. And now I can't redeem myself until the fall. 22.51 seconds. I am ashamed and embarrassed and disappointed, and I let you down. And more importantly, I let myself down. Ugh. I don't know what's wrong with me. Evening, Ken. How are you? I would go to get it at Jay's, but any place you can get it, I'd grab it. I think it's the COVID. Thank you, Bonnie. It's the traces of. I know it was weak. Okay, I got it, John. I got it. I don't need you rubbing my face in it. With the curve, it was 35 seconds. Thank you, Brent. We're grading on a curve, and that was 35 seconds, which is very respectable. I didn't see who it was. Somebody's saying congrats, but I didn't see who it was. Congrats, Nick. Nick must have won it. Somebody named Nick. Oh, here we go. Nikki Crane Kanitz. Nikki Crane Kanitz is tonight's lucky winner. Nikki Crane Kanitz. Now, Nikki, I don't know where you live. I haven't had a chance to check it out. But please do this. Send me a private message. You're watching on Facebook. You're on Facebook with your shipping address. Or if you want, send it directly to Nick. He's on here right now, too. I will tell you this. If you live somewhere in the Bay City, Saginaw, Midland area, and you want to stop by and pick it up to make sure you can get it before Easter, I'm sure Nick would not have a problem with that as well. Do I fly fish? No. I don't upland bird hunt. I don't fly fish. But I do turkey hunt, bear hunt, and walleye fish. Fish for walleye. Nikki Crane Kanitz, congrats. You're going to love that ham. Like I said, we're going to have a spiral cut honey glazed Michigan brand ham here at our house for Easter. Plus, we're having a traditional, one of their standard hams as well. I can't figure out which one I like better. Congrats, Nikki. Give us your shipping address. If you live in the area and you want to stop by and check it out. Hey, Lance, how you doing, buddy? If you want to stop by and pick it up, you can do that. Now, a word about Nick Grillo, the Grillo family and Michigan brand meats. This is the last Michigan brand ham we're going to give away for a while. The Grillo family, the family behind Michigan brand meats, have become wonderful friends of mine, especially Nick. Nick's like a hunting and fishing buddy of mine. He's a hunting and fishing fool. He hunts and fishes way more than I do. And I get paid to do it. And he's got me beat. It's going great, Nate. How are you? The Grillo family have been wonderful. They are wonderful business partners and great friends. Johnny says they're great, great people. Johnny knows them. I would encourage you. Hey, Joe, how you doing, buddy? I haven't seen from you, heard from you or seen you in a while. They are extremely generous. And I'll tell you what, there may be something else in the works that I can't talk about yet that would be another example of just how generous the Grillo family is. But they're very generous with me. They're very generous with you, our listeners. Hey, Jason, how are you? And I think we all owe a big round of applause to Nick Grillo, the Grillo family, and Michigan brand meats. We appreciate it. You're great people. The website, michiganbrand.net, michiganbrand.net. You can follow Nick Grillo personally. Nick Grillo 21. What is it, Nick, on Instagram? Nick says, thank you for that, Jerry. He appreciates it. Nick and his family, very generous. Love supporting him. Brent's clapping. Nick, what is, I'll just look you up here real quick. Instagram, it is Nick Grillo 21. Nick Grillo 21 on Instagram. And you can follow Nick. See, everybody loves Nick. Nick's a great guy. Interesting. Nate won a ham back in April. It was the best ham he's ever gotten his hands on. So again, Nick, there we go. John says, thank you, Grillo family. I'm not going to take up any more of your time, Nick, but I do want you to know, and your entire family to know, that we appreciate you guys. Love working with you. You've been very generous and very supportive. It doesn't go unnoticed. I know it. Our listeners, our viewers, they know it as well. So Michigan Brand is a big winner here. MichiganBrand.net, MichiganBrand.net. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that very much. And Nick, as soon as I take delivery of the new Angler Quest, we're going fishing. And like we said the other day, if it takes a while, I'm going fishing with you on your Polar Craft. Nope, haven't been doing any shed hunting. An awesome group. See, it's a love fest here tonight, except for the people who dissed me on my buzzer, but it was a very much deserved diss. If you don't get a Michigan Brand ham and you want to try something else really good, check out these little babies right here. The Mike Avery Hunter Stick, pork and peppered elk. Got to put the pork in there just to keep the peppered elk from being too dry. Love these. I was munching on them before the show started. Wednesday Night Live is always a good group. You're right, Roger. Great working relationships are a stress reliever. And I have been blessed. I mean, blessed by the big guy to partner me up with some great people and some great companies. Okay, if you weren't here earlier, I've been busy. I can't wait for turkey season either, Kenny. Kenny Slavens of J Sporting Goods, jsportinggoods.com. Speaking of turkey season, Kenny, I've been busy. Now, this isn't for turkey season. I've been busy. Joe, how in the world is this your first Wednesday Night Live? Any Michigan Brand? Okay, Davina, here's what you do. I don't know the answer to that, but go to MichiganBrand.net. Go to the website, MichiganBrand.net, and click on the big button on the homepage that says Store Locator. There, you type in your zip code, and it'll show you who's in your area. Now, if God forbid you live in some part of our state and you don't, not covered by the retail stores, you can go to that website, MichiganBrand.net, and you can order online. Use the promo code Mike21, and you'll get 20% off. What ammo? What are you talking about, Nate? I don't know what you're talking about. I got most of it at Jay's, I'll tell you that. No, you're right, Joe. You're right. This is not enough ammo. But you know what this is? This is a good start for a gun that I don't even have yet. Ah, excellent, Joe. Gotcha. I bought this, and I'm going to buy more because I have a 350 Legend from Brenton USA Hunting Rifles that I ordered, and it's done. I haven't picked it up yet. They say they're not going to let me pick it up until we do a Wednesday Night Live where we get to show it off and maybe go out to the range. It's the start of a beautiful relationship. I'm real excited on this 350 Legend. I thought the 450 was just too much of a boomer. Here's the size of the 350. It's a straight-walled cartridge, which means it's legal in southern Michigan and just about everywhere else. Save the cases for reloading, Joe says. I'll save them for you, Joe. You can never have too much ammo. That's cartridge. You never have too much ammo. The 350 Legend. It's a straight-walled cartridge, smaller than the 450, yet very effective. And I can't wait to use these things out of that Brenton USA hunting rifle, AR-style hunting rifle. Sometime here in the next month or so, we're going to do a Wednesday Night Live where I get that gun and I show it off. And hopefully we get a chance to show it off at the range. And if I'm real lucky, we can show it off with a GSL suppressor on it. I won't be able to take a GSL suppressor yet because I haven't done the paperwork. Never have too much ammo. I have a very hard time buying 16 gauge shells. Any ideas? Yeah, I saw them at Jay's. I saw some 16 gauge at Jay's. And where else did I see them? Because I've been looking for ammo, believe me. I've been looking for 20 gauge shells. I think I saw them at Jay's, Joe. jsportinggoods.com. I think it's going to be a great. Sweet, Ben says. Sweet. Easy to load because they're straight wall. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm excited about the 350. I'm excited about turkey season coming up. I will not be in the woods for the opening day of Michigan's turkey season, Saturday the 23rd. Kenny says Jays. Get him a Jays. He would know. Carter, yeah, we could barely find any 20 gauge. We had to go to Jays to get them, didn't we, Carter? Brent says Dunham's has a good selection too. They didn't have our 20 gauge we were looking for though, Brent. I'll tell you that. I had to go to Jays. Give me a reason to go to Jays. I wonder right now as I'm sitting here in my office at 7:35 on a Wednesday night, I wonder if the turkeys are thinking about me as much as I have been thinking about them. Do you think they spend their whole day thinking about me? Do you think the turkeys wander around looking for the big guy, Mike Avery, like I do, driving around looking for them? I'd like to think it was a mutual love fest. I would like to think they love me as much as I love them. You know why I got distracted on my buzzer? Because when I was sitting here like this, I went, oh my God, look at the age spots on my hands. I was just a young guy. How did this ever happen? Do I ever need a reason to go to Jays? Nope. Now, Joe, that's just not fair. Joe says, I don't think they're worried. Well, they should be. They should be. Jay saw a huge time just today. I've been driving around. I know where the birds are. They're at my number one spot. They're there. But here's the deal. Saturday morning at sunrise, the 23rd, the woods are going to come to life. Before the sun even comes above the horizon, they're going to be gobbling their heads off in the woods to the east of my blind. They're going to be gobbling. They're going to want to find me. And I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be on an airplane, headed down to a family wedding in the Keys. Now, I am excited about a family wedding in the Keys. Could it have been a different time? Yeah. But the good news is I have a very long season. It runs from April 23rd all the way to the end of May. So you can bet as soon as I get back to Michigan, the first thing I do, second thing I do is going to be unpack. Well, no, I'm going to throw my bag on the bed and I'm going to head for the woods and I'm going to go turkey hunting. And I can't wait. How long after the paperwork is done for your suppressor will you be approved to have one? They have really moved it up. It's like 3 months. I've been told it's only 3 months now. Joe says he can't wait for the 20. That ZZ. Joe, you're right. ZZ is the tag to get. If you live in Southern Michigan and you have access to private land, get ZZ because it runs for 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks, from April 23rd all the way through the end of May. Joe has never been turkey hunting. He's on the bucket list. Gina says she loves that hunt. Way more time to connect. Oh, Gina, and who was it? Well, no, I won't be doing any fishing. It's down and back. Boom, boom. Get an Osceola. Well, I'd love to. Gina, Greg, help me out. The young guy that we had from Jays who was on the show. No, I can just look it up here. This weekend that talked about patterning your turkey shotgun. And that is 4-6 rundown. Greg Buckner. Greg Buckner is on the show this week, the radio show this week. No. Greg, thank you, Gina. Greg Buckner. He did a wonderful job. He's on the radio show this week talking about how to pattern your shotgun for turkey season. Also on the radio show this week, Dave Mull, the Yak Master, on fishing from a kayak. I love my Angler Quest, but the idea of fishing out of a kayak sounds pretty cool. Michael Hensley of Go Great Lakes Bay, Greg Buckner of Jay's Sporting Goods on the subtleties, the nuances, the need to pattern your shotgun. Emily O'Grady from the DNR on the 50th anniversary of the successful whitetail hunter patch. And then Ed Rutherford, a man who has spent almost 6 decades out on the water of Northern Lake Huron and beyond. He's on the show. And then wild game chef extraordinaire Dave Miner. It's a good show. I am using my crossbow. In fact, I've been shooting it. So I've got my sticks. Sorry. You got to know how far your shot is. So I got my rangefinder. Yeah, I have nothing against guns. Obviously, I love guns, but I have no desire to shoot a turkey with a shotgun. Wow, Josh, rub it in, dude. Josh is out on Saginaw Bay. He said 3 nice walleyes since Wednesday Night Live started. I love guns. I love firearms. I love concealed carry guns. I love everything about guns. But I am more of a bow hunter, like especially for 2 critters. For turkeys and for bears, I personally have no desire to shoot either. My gosh, look at those age spots. I have no desire. That's depressing. I have no desire. And Nick's with me. Boom. I have no desire to shoot a turkey or a bear with a gun because to me, they're perfect for archery tackle. You know where they're coming. A bear is coming into a bait right in front of you. A turkey is probably coming into a decoy right in front of you. Now, Nick Grillo is using a Rec Broadheads, Michigan-made Rec Broadheads. That's what I'm using as well. And he's using them for his spring bear too. Joe, you're late, but you're here. That's all that matters. If you are going to bow hunt for turkeys, I strongly recommend a mechanical head. Now, not with a recurve or a longbow, but if you're using a compound or a crossbow, I strongly recommend a mechanical head. I like the Rec Broadheads, R-E-K, Michigan-made, family-owned, based out of Frankenmuth, R-E-K, Rec Broadheads, rec.com, I think. Aditya, how are you, buddy? Are you home yet, Aditya? They're called beauty marks. Then I must be damned beautiful. Rec Broadheads. Mike just ordered some too. I did not kill a deer with one last year, but I did kill a bear up at White River with Ron St. Louis of Northern Wilderness Bear Outfitters. By the way, he's got a few spots left for the fall hunt. Check him out online, northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com, northernwildernessbearoutfitters.com. Almost time to go. This is the last chance we are going to have to talk before Easter. Now, if you know me, you know the way I think. And I need to talk about this for about 1 minute. I understand that for Easter, we have to have Easter bunnies, Easter baskets, chocolate eggs. I get it. But you know what? Easter is about way more than that. Easter is about salvation, faith, hope, an empty tomb, a risen Lord, a resurrection, a forgiveness of sins, life everlasting. In today's world, when things seem to be going south, I can't get through the days on my own. I need help. I need help from above. That's why, as a Christian, I embrace this Easter holiday. It gives me a sense of faith, a sense of hope. And that's what I ask for you this Easter weekend. Forget about the bunnies. Forget about the Easter baskets. Forget about the chocolate eggs. You got to do it for the grandkids. I get that. We're going to do it here. But remember this, my friends. Easter's a lot more. And I would ask you to remember that and embrace that on this blessed Easter weekend. Thanks for joining me on Wednesday Night Live.